Hello there, everyone, and thank you to everyone who's joined us today to explore some practical ways in which to prepare for the changes associated with the CQC's single assessment framework and hopefully start to unravel some of the confusion around the new CQC scoring system. Before we start, I just want to point you over to the chat function. So please do use that, throw your questions out there. Although I won't necessarily be able to respond to them initially as I'm going through today's webinar presentation, I will collate all the questions at the end and prepare a full question and answer response sheet, and we'll send that out to all the webinar attendees today. So a little bit about me. My name's Tara, and when I'm at work, I've got a few hats. I'm imminently about to take on the role of Learning Response Lead and Patient Safety Incident Investigator for an acute hospital trust, but I also support with ad hoc consultancy projects for Thornbury Nursing Services. I'm a registered adult nurse, and I have worked in a variety of clinical and non-clinical roles across the healthcare settings, and this includes some clinical management, risk management, and then more recently I have been in the CQC inspector role. And then a quick introduction to Thornbury Nursing Services for those who haven't used us or haven't heard of us before. We are predominantly known for our last minute nursing services. So we provide nurse and care staff when no one else can, at the drop of a hat need. But more recently, we've been using our extensive database of highly skilled and expert staff to provide support solutions via our consultancy team. Now, Thornbury Nursing Service is just one of many brands that's part of a wider group called Aium Group. Now, Aium Group are a leading global healthcare delivery partner. With over 40 years of experience, this gives us at Thornbury Nursing Services access to a wide range of brands. And this just ensures our support to clients is truly tailored. And where we can't meet a client's needs, we can signpost on to one of the other many brands within our group. As you can see, those are all the brands that sit within Aium Group, and they sit across three distinct areas of expertise. We've got global health and social care workforce solutions, which is where Thornbury Nursing Services sit. We have global health and social care managed services, and then we also have global life science solutions. But that's enough about me, and that's enough about who I work for. I know you're all here today to gain a bit more insight into some of the CQC changes and to gain a better insight into how that scoring mechanism is going to work with the single assessment framework. So the single assessment framework so far, for those that didn't see our last webinar, I'll give a very quick recap. So way back in December 2022, the CQC announced that they would be undergoing a programme of transformation, and this would include an introduction of a new regulatory approach, a new provider portal, and some quite significant internal changes from an organisational perspective within the Care Quality Commission. Now, their new regulatory approach to a single assessment framework went live in a staged approach across regions in England from November 2023. And then all providers, including local authorities and NHS trusts, went live from February 2024. As you can imagine, there are some things that are staying the same, but there are also some things that are quite significantly different. So things that are staying the same, we know that the underpinning legislation has stayed the same, and the 5 key questions that we're all au fait with, the safe, the effective, caring, responsive and well-led, that will stay, as will the 4-point rating scale. So inadequate, requires improvement, good and outstanding remain. We also know that on-site inspections are still a fundamental part of the assessment process. And then for our colleagues in the social care sector, you'll still be expected to complete your provider information request, your PIR.